live from the studio. I've been here 5-6 hours again today. Just went home on a little break, see my little baby and wife and chill. 3 songs deep into this album so far. Unreal, man. Let's see here. What up, Jeffrey Thunder? There it is. Long day in the studio today, working hard. You're hearing some new music right now. What up, Sarge? Miss Diamond, what's happening? Spoiler alert. Here it is, new chorus. You leave your love track, oh yeah, it's so sad, but you don't know it's just a coming home story. You leave your love track, forget there's no meaning. So here I am and here I sit. So yeah, that's a new song I'm working on called I Play Along. I'm very much enjoying it. This is one of the first ones I started for this album, so very exciting. It's cool to be like talking about them now as they're like unknown, and then a couple years from now, hopefully looking back as like, damn, those were some smashes, you know? Thank you, Miss Diamond. Thank you, everyone. Night Gaming, I feel you for sure. Appreciate the support. Thank you, Molly. Yep, good shit happening. Today I'm almost finishing up with the collab track I'm doing with my friends in Judd Hoos, another great band from here in the Black Hills. I'm gonna do another spoiler, so check it out one more time. What up, Riley? New music, check it out. I'm looking for something tonight to make it worth it. Every day I'm questioning life, do I deserve it? Take back what is yours and mine. Nothing ever seems to be right. I do the wrong thing. In the light, I feel the darkness. Take back what is yours. What up, wise guys? History, you know what's up. Give me life, give me love, give me something from above. Show the road, you and I, as we reach into the sky. We're singing, you give me the life I'm living. I'm taking the chance. Sergeant, yes. Even when the darkness sets in, we reach for the light. So yeah, I wish I could show you the whole thing. Sarge said something interesting though. Sarge said, kind of reminds me of vibes from the instant gratification, instant concern era. Yeah, the hook for this song I've actually had written since back then. In fact, at the time, this was gonna be on the original Instant Gratification album, if you remember that. So I've had the hook, the chorus. I've made probably 4 or 5 versions over the years of this song with different verses, and it just never got released, but I always knew that this hook was strong and it was obviously special to me. So when it came time to do the collab with my friends in Judd Hoos, this song came to mind right away just because of the styles. And again, if you guys aren't familiar with them, I'm excited to introduce them to you on the song which will be on the new album. I'm really close to finalizing an album title. The ideas are flowing, the inspiration is flowing like crazy right now. So
it has been absolutely amazing, you know. Opulence, okay. Lives of the Broken, interesting. I'm doing good, Shadow. How you doing? Hip hop, hooray, he says. Iron Warrior, I can play bass. You know, I definitely can, for sure. Purple Ghost Lore, that's too hard to just pick one, which I think is the best, but I'm really proud that I wrote The Struggle, so that's a good one. For sure, Blacklighter. Riley, happy birthday. Oh my God, I didn't know today was the day. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, if you see the name Tasha here, her boy Riley is a big fan and their whole family has been a big support. I was gonna, do a little something anyway, but happy birthday, Riley. I hope the whole community will join me in wishing Riley a happy birthday from Blacklite District and from the AK-19 community. Always fun to celebrate that. Yep. Love seeing it, guys. So, and again, Tasha, Mom, I thank, shout out to you just for being so cool and showing all the support, you know. Iron Warrior, absolutely. You have bass on every song. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes for Riley. That's so cool. What up, Fate? Hell yeah, Opulence. That's You Can Do Better. But yes, that is one of my favorites so far. You can do better. Damn. Believe me, if that excites any of you, imagine how I feel in here every day. And I've been jamming this shit for like a month now. You know what I'm saying? Sarge, obviously it's hard to beat an original, but I just think the XL version just, a part of me wishes the XL version was the original version, just because to me it has the production value, but it also has the years of experience of playing the song, knowing the song so much better, going into re-recording it. I love the XL version for sure. No shit, Opulence. That's amazing. You finished your first song today. That is so incredible. I swear to you, I don't love hearing anything more than stuff like that. Anytime someone from this community, like I said the other day, picks up an instrument, does a cover, starts being creative, and even if it's not from me, but if it's any small piece of inspiration that you get from this community, to me, that's a win, and that's a win for any independent creator out there. TJ Ace, Back Into Darkness XL probably will not be a thing because the version of Back Into Darkness that's released is basically how the XL version would be, because that's the same producer, same like mixing, all that kind of stuff that all the XL versions have are basically what my album 1990 already was. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that makes sense. The 60 FPS dude, thank you. It wasn't my birthday, that was the birthday of a fan. Nonetheless, sorry for the confusion there. Don't worry about it. You never have to send me nothing, but I appreciate you, your love for the community and everything. Being a part of the community, I'm absolutely grateful. Thank you very much. Very much. Yep. Probably 1990 Sunset. Sergeant, 100%, bro. And again, when I see that, it just really makes me realize how, in a way, I feel lucky and blessed, Like you said, all it is it's all chasing our dreams, man. Again, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't a young teenager, really finding myself and finding what I was passionate about. And again, not taking no for an answer. That is the most important part. Because if I would have listened to everyone growing up, including my own family and stuff like that, because, in reality, it is tough to do things like this, like become a musician, or I want to be a famous YouTuber when I grow up. It's hard for parents, at least in my generation, to understand that. So that was always an uphill battle, although they did support me in many big ways. You know what I'm saying? You just got to believe in yourself. it was scary for me because I was betting on myself and I had no track record to prove it. But in my heart and in my mind, I knew I could do it, and I knew I would not stop until I made it happen, and that's basically the only thing I can say to that, you know what I'm saying? Memes, I mean, I would say probably hundreds. You know, I would have no idea. You know, there's probably close to 70 of my own songs. I know tons of Ozzy, Black Sabbath, Metallica, Motley Crue. I would say probably a couple hundred, you know. Alexander OKXL, that don't sound like a bad idea. Wise guy, what do you mean problems? I've had nothing but problems in life at many points, if you know what I'm saying. Memes, you know, it's tough to say full songs. I would say no if we're talking about like guitar solos and stuff, note for note. Rhythm-wise, yeah, I could get through a couple, you know, and I don't want to say couple hundred as in like 300-400 songs, you know, maybe 200 songs. And again, maybe thinking off the top of my head, maybe that's extreme, maybe I'm kind of misjudging it, but it would just seem through all the years and all the material and covers and jamming that it's gotta be in that area. You know what I'm saying? Martin Mizik, interesting to see you here. I'm surprised too, bro, believe me. But see, when you don't come around, you don't have the chance to remove the moderator status, so. TJ Ace, Wishing Dead XL is done. It'll be on Your Welcome XL album coming like very soon.
Baby, you should take it slow. Let's not jump ahead. You can watch it grow instead of wishing dead. Let it go. You should wait and see, 'cause you never know where you're gonna be. You should take it slow.
Oh, believe me, I got the tasty jams. Believe that. And again, these songs wouldn't be what they are without my band members. Justin Sunderland, as I told you guys about my new guitar player. Like I said, the boys are coming in tomorrow because we have our shows this Thursday and Friday in Sturgis. All the band flies in tomorrow. I pick them up. We will be rehearsing in here for most of the day tomorrow. And then at the end of the evening, Justin and I are going to track all of his guitars for these new songs and cut some of his vocals and harmonies and such like that. But I just want you guys to know, I keep saying it, but the new album is in the works, and I'm confident that I'm going to take this to the next level. I really do. And it's just so incredible. Like I mentioned also, my friend Clinton Cunanan, who does the videos, plays bass, all this kind of stuff, he is now a part of my management team, which is another incredible thing. Someone who's literally been out in the trenches, on the field, out in the field, so to speak, with me. It's just everything is coming together, guys. Good question, Memes. How many Metallica songs? You know, I don't know off the top of my head an exact number, but let's say maybe 8 to 10, like Enter Sandman, Nothing Else Matters. Most of Master of Puppets, great example of not knowing the guitar solos. Yeah, lots of stuff from Load, Reload, Saint Anger, definitely 10, maybe even 15. But if we're talking like Ozzy memes, I could probably, that's where I get a lot of my numbers from, because I could probably do 30 Ozzy tracks, full on, you know, if we're a combination of Black Sabbath and Ozzy, easily. Come on, Sarge, you joking or not? Or, see, there again, if you're not joking, that just shows how I'm getting older. Because believe me, at one time, you could not say the word Metallica, and someone, if they said, who's Metallica, it would have been like, he's joking, right? But yeah, that was a different generation, I guess. See, I'm used to me being a kid still in some ways, you know what I'm saying? But Metallica is probably the biggest heavy metal band in history in terms of album sales, hard rock metal. Definitely check out Metallica, Sarge. That's like a mainstay. You consider like for the style of music I am, like the hard rock stuff, that would be considered like top tier legendary status. Enter Sandman, Nothing Else Matters, those big tracks. Definitely Iron Warrior. TNT Cat, I would love to come to Russia. I hope to make it there someday. Opulent Linkin Park, yeah, to me that stuff's a bit easier, just because like the more new metal, like 2000s and on with the drop tuning made a lot of those tracks much easier and simpler to play. So I could probably get through a handful of Linkin Park songs. Sunset Beats, do you like working with Rainimator? I love it, absolutely. He has helped introduce my music to literally millions of people. And at the end of the day, I get to say I was in one of the best Minecraft YouTube series of all time. So 3 seasons in, Danger XL, the latest Minecraft video, was the end of Rain's season 3. And believe me, ideas are flowing for season 4. So love working with Rainimator. Dakota Art, Falling XL, done. On Your Welcome XL, coming this fall. Stand by for release date. Memes, definitely. The new metal stuff memes, that was really my generation. Like when I was an early teenager, like that's the shit that was popular. Linkin Park, Slipknot, Disturbed, Godsmack, 3 Days Grace, all that type of stuff. And at the time, you got to think, that was kind of before streaming and even YouTube was the thing. So you'd get in your car and the radio would be on and you would put on a rock station, and that is all the shit that played on the radio. With a mixture of things like Metallica and Ozzy and the classics thrown in, but it was all that new metal, as they call it, stuff. Which is pretty crazy because at the time, I wished it was the 80s and bands like Motley Crue were still a thing, and I did not like the whole new metal thing. And then it's crazy, like 20 years later, to think about that, that's like almost a classic thing now. But, and again, that was kind of the last era of bands that were, of like hard rock and metal bands that were able to get to such a mainstream level, is because everyone only had the radio to listen to. So you maybe had a couple channels to discover music from, whereas nowadays the whole world is on demand. So there's not like 1 or 2 central locations where the public is introduced to the music. Does that make sense? And that's how radio used to be. It would introduce the mass to an artist. Nowadays, everyone goes to Spotify or this and that. So it's just much different. And that's why it takes things like a collab with Rainimator doing Minecraft videos, because without that, we wouldn't have been able to get the music out to as many people just using those traditional ways. And this is the type of shit that I spent decade and a half learning, figuring out how to build yourself, how to make this all happen. And like I used to say years ago, if I can do it like this, believe me, anyone can make any career they want to happen within reason, as long as you're willing to put the work in. One of a Kind, Dakota Art, same thing. Your Welcome XL, the album coming early this fall. 7 tracks. Night Gaming, anything from 1990 is basically already XL status in terms of production, live instruments. So basically recording the 1990 album is what made me think like these songs sound so great going back to the hard rock style with the real drums and the producer, that now let's go make XL, just a name I came up with, versions of the old songs to get them to sound more like 1990, to keep the production level standard. You know what I mean? So there'd really be nothing I could do for that type of thing. Absolutely, Sarge, 100%. And there again, I mean, I was actually talking with Zero, the Nightcore guy, earlier. If any of you guys remember Zero's channel, he was the one who kind of started me in the whole anime YouTube world of, you know, having people discover the music through non-traditional means on YouTube like that. But I was talking to Zero, and, you know, it's the same kind of thing. Just the, yeah, just the growth and, oh man, I'm sorry, I get so lost with all the different comments here. Opulence, it's a combination of the collabs and the community, able to get new fans, keep around, genuine. Exactly, that 100%. It's so cool because you guys know. It's probably one of the things that brought you here initially anyway, you know what I'm saying? You know, memes I haven't listened to a ton. Is that where they slow it down and it's like the opposite of Nightcore, right? Nathaniel, Canada is definitely gonna happen. Maybe not this year, but within the next year or two, I promise you I will tour Canada. I don't know them, but I have definitely heard of Sabaton, yes. Your first ever song, but an XL. It might be decent, who knows? You know what, guys? We're at 20 minutes. I came down here just for one last hour to work tonight on the music, and then I'm gonna head home. And as some of you guys know, I just had a kid in the last 6 weeks, little Fitz baby, as I call him. So I'm gonna head home and take him and wifey out on a walk and just enjoy the rest of the evening after a long day at work. The Sturgis Motorcycle Rally up here is in full swing. My small little area of the country gets filled with over 500,000 bikers for the next week. So that's crazy. Again, tomorrow, my band members get in, we're gonna rehearse, and then Thursday night and Friday night, I am performing free shows, Main Street in Sturgis, right in the middle of all the action. Thursday night opening for Hairball, Friday night opening for Skillet. It'll be awesome to play with Skillet for the first time. We're expecting big crowds for both nights. No live stream plans. I'm gonna try to get any pictures or video I can, if possible. Just so you know, XL, the first single from You're Welcome, XL, the album, comes out August 25th, album to follow. And then before this year is up, believe me, we will transition into the next album cycle and begin a new chapter. Yes, tour dates coming soon. That would be awesome, Georgis. Good to see you, by the way. Amber Hernandez, absolutely, she can be mod. If I can, it won't let me click your name because there's so many people chatting at once. One last try. Amber, we might have to do it next time. Nope, I got you. You've been here a long time, so there you go. Anyone who's been here with a history of sticking around can always be a mod. I'd love to keep it at a core group, not too many, of course, but it's all love, guys. Stay safe out there. I love you more than you'll ever know. Thank you for supporting the music and the journey. Maybe I'll come live tomorrow as we're tracking or rehearsing possibly tomorrow. Hell yeah, Dakota. Maybe I'll get a rehearsal live stream in. Stay safe out there, guys. I'll see you soon.